Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Are we on live, sir?
Hello, your audio is not proper. Hello.
Are we on live, sir?
Uh, I think your audio is not clear. You please check your audio.
Right now?
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, can you turn off the screen, sir, so we can inaugurate the session, sir?
Yes, I am ready.
Is it audible? Hello, sir.
Yeah, sir.
Audio is clear?
Yes, sir.
Alivaran, sir?
Sir, your audio is clear, sir.
Okay.
Ramesh, sir, are you ready?
Yeah, I am ready.
Okay, sir. Karthikeyan, sir, can you turn on your video, sir? Sir, can you please turn on your video, sir? Sir, am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible, but I don't think Karthikeyan sir is listening or not. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I think you can start so that let him join after that.
Okay, sir. A very good morning to all the participants. Myself, Swapna Sai, pursuing second year mechanical engineering at Chennai Institute of Technology. It is our great pleasure to have you all here for the Knowledge 4.0 webinar series, which is one of the unique initiatives of Chennai Institute of Technology under the guidance of our Honorable Chairman Shri P. Sriram, a successful first generation entrepreneur, a well-known industrialist, and managing director of MK Group of Companies. Under Knowledge 4.0 webinar series, we have been conducting series such as Technical Webinar Series, Research Webinar Series, Career Guidance Webinar Series, Alumni Webinar Series, and Innovation Webinar Series. Today, day 3, we have Career Guidance Webinar Series, Dream Track Career to unleash the opportunities in engineering and 21st century technologies. Chennai Institute of Technology was established in the year 2010 by our Honorable Chairman Shri P. Sriram. Now our institute is being ranked within top 10 institutes among private engineering colleges in Tamil Nadu. For today's session, we have Dr. A. Ramesh sir, CIT, Mr. M. Ailmaran sir, Associate Professor Department of EEE from CIT, and Dr. V. Karthikeyan sir, Associate Professor, National Institute of Technology, Calicut, for day 3 session today for career track to unleash the career opportunities in IoT, solar and wind energy, and electric vehicle technology. And I now request our Dr. A. Ramesh, our Dean sir, to deliver the welcome address.
Yeah. Thank you. So, on behalf of Chennai Institute of Technology, I extend a very warm welcome to all the participants for the day 3 of Dream Career Track program. I also extend a very warm welcome to Dr. V. Karthikeyan, who is going to handle today's session. Just for the benefit of the new participants, I want to highlight the objective of this Dream Career Track program. I think most of the participants are aspirants for engineering program. So after completing your plus two, now you will be looking for a good college, and as well as you will be looking for which branch to take for your engineering program. So naturally, at this juncture, in the minds of students and as well as in the minds of parents, the doubt will arise. Which branch will be suitable for me? Which branch of engineering will have lot of opportunities after completing my program? So this doubt will come in everybody's mind. So objective of this career track program is to give a deep insight into the various opportunities available in every stream of engineering. So after attending this particular career track program, you will have a clear idea about which branch to select for pursuing your engineering program. So today in day 3, we are focusing on electrical and electronics engineering, which is considered to be one of the oldest branch of engineering. And from that branch only, the modern branches like electronics and communication engineering and other branches have evolved. You know very well, electricity is very much essential. And after the industrialization, the demand for electricity has increased in many folds. Even today, every day, the demand for electricity is increasing. So that has led to the lot of production of electricity and as well as distribution of electricity. Right? In our day-to-day life, a lot of technologies are being developed, and whenever these technologies are developed, immediately those technologies find a lot of application in different engineering stream. Like that, electrical engineering field is also applying a lot of technologies. So you should know what are those technologies and how these technologies are applied in electrical engineering to improve the efficiency of electricity production and as well as efficiency of electricity distribution. The technologies like IoT, the technologies like smart grids, so these are all highly applied in electrical engineering. And apart from that, you know very well that because of the fast depletion of fossil fuel like petrol and diesel, the demand for electrical vehicle is increasing heavily. The day may come wherein we can see only electrical vehicles on Indian roads. So in such case, the electrical engineers are having a great role to play. So when we talk about electrical vehicle, automatically the battery technology, then the electrical motor, everything will have a greater role to play. So if you know the technology that is driving the electrical vehicles, the technology that is used for a battery and its maintenance, then you have a lot of opportunity for your placement as well as for pursuing your career after completing your 4-year engineering program. CIT, Chennai Institute of Technology, is always forefronter in taking the technology to the current students as well as to the society. So in Chennai Institute of Technology, we have very good facility to teach the latest technologies like the IoT, what you are going to see now, and as well as the electrical vehicle. We have the facility for design and fabrication of that vehicle. So everything we are providing to our students. So in today's lecture, you will come to know about the different technologies, that to modern technologies that are being applied in electrical and electronic engineering. And when you learn this technology, what type of opportunities you can expect after completing your 4-year of degree program in electrical and electronics engineering. I wish this program success, and I wish all the participants get a great outcome after attending this particular program. Thanks for the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you for your inspirational talk, sir. You're always an inspiration to us. Now, I am very much pleased to welcome our CIT faculty, Mr. M. Ailmaran, Associate Professor, Department of EEE, CIT. He has completed his BE Electrical Engineering at Golden Valley Institute of Technology and completed his ME Power Electronics and Drives at College of Engineering Guindy, Anna University, Chennai. He is the author of Control Systems, Design of Electrical Apparatus, and has also received feedback and merit letter from Shri Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam in 2004 for Control Systems book. He has over 21 years of experience in teaching and has published around 7 research papers. He is also guiding metamaterials, cell phone radiation, TNS-CST funded projects to the students. His areas of specialization includes circuit theory, electromagnetic theory, and electrical machines. We welcome you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. So, I welcome for this program our Dean Sir, Dr. A. Ramesh, Professor, Mechanical Department, and I also welcome Professor Dr. V. Karthikeyan from NIT Calicut. So, we are from EEE Department. I am Professor M. Edil Maran. So, Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering. So, the vision of our department to excel in the emerging areas of electrical and electronics engineering by imparting knowledge, relevant practices, and inculcating human values to transform the students as potential resources to meet the industrial and societal needs. In our department, 4 doctorates are there. So 4 professors are in the department, 2 associate professors, and rest of them are assistant professors. And what are all the trainings we are given to our students? Aptitude training, technical training, soft skills. The soft skills is especially for communicative English to face the MNC companies HR interviews. And we are exclusively giving HCL company training for embedded system. These are all the trainings are given for all the students. And apart from this, we have various center of excellence in our college. The center of excellence based training. The first training, we have the industrial robotics. This industrial robotics from German-made company Kuka Robotics. So we are giving the training to the students. And second, industrial automation. From the industrial automation center of excellence, we are giving the PLC and e-planning training. And here we have 4 Mitsubishi multi-purpose multitask robo. Here we are also giving the training to the students. And third, our center of excellence based training is nothing but new energy. So this is hybrid and solar wind energy. So through this, we are giving the students various competition as well as project. And our students went for world skill competition held at foreign country. They got excellence award for this new energy, solar and wind energy hybrid lab. Next, we established CIT established Japan QTech University WAPCO IoT lab, Internet of Things. And we also one more center of excellence training for the students, ran a applied research lab. Through this, we are doing lot of research. And next we have CNC programming. This is done by NC Technologies. So these are all the various trainings are given by our students. And next, based on this, we give the placement for our students: Ford, Kawasaki Robo, Hyundai Test and Verification Company, Ford, Excite Batteries, Holtec. And our students won TNSCST projects. And we have 300 kilowatt solar panel in our rooftop of our college. All the solar panel based energy efficient research is going on. And apart from this, we have brick dryer using hybrid solar and boiler work heat energy project. Around 42 lakhs of project is done by under the guidance of our principal sir and also Dr. Dhanasegar. And in our department, Dr. Vishnu Priyan involved to taking care of this project. And we have the startup industry CGP Green Bricks LLP. It is a startup company. And we nowadays the electric vehicle is very, very important. So maybe the future roads are occupied by electric vehicle. So for that purpose, we wanted to start one battery management startup company along with IITians. We are starting this company. This is about our department. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing few words with us, sir. Life seldom gives a chance to someone who can influence us so deeply. I'm lucky to have the opportunity to welcome Dr. V. Karthikeyan, Assistant Professor, NIT Calicut. Dr. V. Karthikeyan, Assistant Professor, NIT Calicut. He has completed his diploma in EEE department from Rudraveni Muthuswamy Polytechnic College, Udumalpet in the year 2005. In 2008, he has completed his BE EEE from Hindustan College of Engineering and Technology, Coimbatore, and ME Power Electronics and Drives from Anna University, Coimbatore in 2010. He has received his PhD in Performance Enhancement of DAB Bidirectional DC-DC Converter for Energy Storage Applications from MN National Institute of Technology, Allahabad in 2016. He has over 10 years of experience in teaching. He has published around 15 journal articles in SEI journals and has published around 12 articles in IEEE publications with high impact factors, and has also published 3 book chapters and 1 patent in his lifetime. His tireless effort has made him to achieve awards for first prize in essay contest during 2016, Best Paper Award in National Conference on Innovation during 2011, Best Selected Paper Award in International Conference on Innovation Electrical Systems in 2011, and Best Faculty Award in 2017. He also takes part in guiding PhD for the students, and he also delivers lectures in various topics. His areas of research interest includes application of power converters to renewable energy and energy storage systems, analysis of topological approach in DC-DC and DC-AC converters, XSD and VHDL code for the hardware in-loop systems, electrical vehicles and its charging infrastructure and peak demand control, energy management in DC and AC microgrid. We welcome you, sir.
Thank you, madam. Sir, shall we proceed, sir? Elimaran, sir?
Yes, sir, you can proceed to the session, sir.
Elimaran, sir, am I audible? Your audio is not clear, sir.
Sir, we are eagerly waiting, sir. Please proceed,
Okay, sir. Okay. Yeah, sure, sir. Sir, shall I do screen share, sir?
Sure, sir. Definitely, sir.
The screen is visible, sir?
It is visible, sir.
Okay. So,
sir,
very good morning. Yeah. It's a very good morning to one and all. So, myself, Dr. V. Karthikeyan, working as Assistant Professor at NIT Calicut, as they have given the introduction. So, thank you for the introduction also. On behalf of the CIT, Chennai Institute of Technology, and they are organizing the career track. So, on behalf of that particular track, I would like to discuss about what about the future of the electrical and electronics engineer. There are several engineering courses are there, but most probably in a circuit branch and non-circuit branch like that we can divide. But in which a circuit branch, if you are looking, first one, if you are looking the EEE, the oldest department, as sir pointed out. So that is electrical and electronics engineering. In this, there are a lot of scopes are there, especially in nowadays, especially last 1 decade. If you are looking, almost the solar and renewable, in the form of renewable solar and wind energy, and the Internet of Things, which is known as IoT, and the electric vehicle. So these 3 are the emerging technology. So it's growing like anything. Based on this also, there are several opportunities are available in our, globally. So that is what I would like to discuss. What are the opportunities? What are the challenges? How you people has to focus if somebody is interested, when you are taking this particular course, electrical and electronics course. So what are the scope is there and how to proceed further? And those things I would like to discuss. So before that, I'll just to go certain fundamentals about this electrical and electronics. So as all very well about +2 physics itself will came almost fundamentals of electrical and electronics. But though I can give you apart from that little bit, there are 2 categories are there. Always we have to keep it in mind. So first one is like a motor and second one is a generator. You know very well. And I can tell you the motor means simply like, it converts like a mechanical energy, electrical energy into the mechanical energy, which means whatever the supply voltage that we are providing. Sir, slides are visible, sir? Hello?
Yes, sir. Visible, sir.
Yes, sir, it is visible, sir.
Okay, thank you. So which converts the electrical energy into the mechanical energy, which means there will be a magnet would be there. I don't want to go in detail actually. So there are several things I would like to cover. So first one, if you're looking, the magnet would be there, and thereafter in between the conductor, when conductor placed in between the north and the south pole magnet, when you are supplying with any current, what will happen? The magnetic flux will produce. That is what you know. So now interaction between that magnetic flux and the permanent magnet north and the south pole, there will be two flux. So because of these two flux, what will happen? This inside the rotor portion, rotor means the movable parts, which moves actually under this between the two poles. So that is basically the motor principle. So two flux should be there. One is the magnetic flux, other one is the electric flux. Electric flux is created by the electrical power supply from the battery or whatever it is, right? So after that, this is a motor. The same thing, reverse process, if you are looking, that is called a generator. You could see here and here, both are same only, the construction. There is no changes in the construction. Simply what we are doing, instead of providing electrical supply to the conductor, I mean the inside, in between the pole, we have to rotate in our hand. So when you are making a movement, that is a mechanical energy, right? That is a rotational energy that you people are creating. When you are rotating, what will happen? Electric voltage will develop. So that is called like a generator, we used to call. Let's convert mechanical energy into electrical energy that you studied, which means there won't be any construction difference between the motor and generator. There are different variety of motor, AC motor, DC motor, and special motors and all available. Any motor generator construction remains same. If you are giving a supply, like I say, motor, same machine, you just rotate by your hand. So definitely you could able to generate the electricity, right? Now this is what this one. Now other category, instead of rotating in hand, so what we people are doing actually, mechanical energy we are creating from several power plants. That is what power generation is happening in India. Almost 2,20,000 megawatt power that we are generating in India, right? Almost on an average installed capacity looking 300 gigawatt. 300 gigawatt means 3 lakh megawatt. It's a huge quantity of power. Such a huge quantity of power that we are generating in India with a different power generating station. So major one is the coal power station. Coal means that everyone knows, thermal power plant we used to call. The steam that we are getting out of the heat, burning of the water, coal, and of course we are heat up the water and finally producing the steam. That steam, no, with the proper nozzle, when we are hitting to the particular blade, what will happen? The blade keeps on rotates. The job of the generator, I already told you, if you're rotating, definitely we will get an electrical output. So for making a rotation only, we are using a thermal energy. Thermal energy we are getting in the form of coal actually. So that is the one plant. And hydro plant, as all you know very well, the dam is, several locations are there. So from the dam, huge quantity of water is supplied with the proper pipe connection. And what will happen due to that particular tank, when it is hitting to the turbine, also turbine means kind of blade. When you are keeping, definitely blade will rotate. So of course, when water is pressure coming at such a faster rate, so almost you will get a very good speed, so you will get electricity output. Other is that is a wind power plant. Wind power plant, simply the wind blade, as all you know very well, when keeping a wind blade outside, due to the air movement, the wind velocity we used to call, when it is hitting to the turbine, what will happen? Rotation. You see, all this technique, what we are doing, we are generating a mechanical energy. Mechanical energy means rotational energy with a different energy that we are converting into mechanical. Mechanical, it has to move. So that portion, the conductor, the group of conductor, which has to move between the pole. You can see in the diagram, U-shaped it is there. No, that is the electromagnet or maybe the permanent magnet. So in between the magnet, when conductors are moving, it will be able to generate the electricity. Even you people also can try actually as a small kind of project. What you can do, you can purchase or you can take from any old electronics item. You can remove the magnet. In between coil, you just place set of coil. You just to move at a faster rate, and you feel like you feel get a shock actually. Otherwise, you connect small LED. LEDs are available everywhere. You can just move in your hand in between the magnet. LED lightly just try to glow. You can try in your experiment in your home itself. Even today itself, you can try. Just simple job. So you may feel how the things are happening. This is the actually like a magic one. That is what electronics. This is the basic fundamental. Without this, you people cannot able to generate the electricity. This is the primary factor to generate the electricity, right? So now I'm going to go one by one. First of all, in this, I told you the wind energy. Wind energy, there are two categories. What you people are seeing in our state, especially you look in Tamil Nadu in other categories and all, horizontal wind turbine. Horizontal means the first category. And the second thing is the vertical wind turbine. Vertical means the wind blades, no, it will be placing in the vertical position. Based on the wind velocity, it can move. There are two categories are there. I can tell you, this is what the vertical wind turbine. So it's a place in the not only Canada, several locations in the other nations and all, they used to have a vertical wind turbine. When wind velocity is hitting the particular speed, 3 meters per second, we used to call. No need to go in detail. But when wind is hitting to the turbine, what will happen? It's rotate. There will be a bigger rod where they are placing between the what is called that wind turbine. So based on that downside, there will be a motor mechanism that is called a generator. It used to rotate. Already I told you, in between the magnet, any group of coils keeps on rotating, we will get electricity. So same principle here. This is a vertical wind turbine, right? The other category, if you are looking at this was like horizontal wind turbine. Horizontal wind turbine, no, we need actually wind velocity. Everywhere we don't have a wind velocity. In India, if you are looking, don't think like every corner of the country that we are getting electricity. It's not like that. There'll be wind potential. Naturally, it has to happen. So that won't happen everywhere actually. So that is what because several obstacles are there. No, but if you're putting in offshore and all, you see in ocean, in between, there won't be any obstacle. Perfectly, whatever the wind force it is coming, directly we can get the electricity. So that is what most of the company they are putting. You may ask, in ocean, how could be possible, sir? Of course, it is possible. That is a civil engineering work. It will go if you are taking that part actually. A civil based engineering, they will put a bigger pipe and concrete in between. They deposit the whole material, cement and the gypsum, everything mixed together, and they mold it and properly, and thereafter they will take outside. So only the construction, only the civil portion, and moreover, the how to take the electricity, that is also in your mind. Of course, everything is possible. Cumulatively, they can take from all the power generation from the each wind turbine. They have a separate generator genset inside. I mean, what is called a small like a substation, it's like a small scale substation that we used to call. So that one fully concrete one with the sealed it perfectly, and thereafter with a bigger cable that we are importing the electricity to the land side. So that is what happening. You could see even in National Geography channel, often you can search in YouTube itself how they are making a pole, how they are placing the wind turbine in between the water. The construction clearly they had explained. You may get a very good idea regarding this. So this is the most popularly we are using. Or of course our Indian Ocean also they are planning already bill passed because almost saturated land side 54,000 megawatt that we can tap. Almost we tapped 28,000 megawatt, right? So that is what we are planning for the offshore wind turbine, right? And this is a winter, but here you could see the same thing. But wind turbine, it is okay. There is a wind velocity already. I told you 3 to 25 meter per second. But wind velocity when it is coming very higher. So what will happen? We have to disconnect with the help of flywheel mechanism. You could see in a roadside and all, somewhere when you are looking the wind turbine and all, maybe the some of the movies also you could see near to one wind turbine is running just very near the another wind turbine never run. People may think, how could be possible? Wind velocity is coming, hitting common, but one side is getting power, another side is not getting power. Practically, what will happen? Wind velocity we used to measure meter per second. That has to cross above 3 and less than 25. In between, then only effectively we can able to generate the electricity. If it is lower, the wind velocity never run. Second category, sometime what will happen? When more wind velocity when it is hitting, what will happen? Depends on the blade height. It's not everywhere a uniform height of the blade because depends on 60 centimeter actually. So based on the height only power generation is more. So when you are placing in between two, when different company standard when they are connecting, they have to enable it from the grid side. Then only you can able to import. Though wind velocities are available, though you can able to generate the electricity, but authentication given from the particular substation, then only you can able to connect with the grid. Otherwise it will be freely running. Freely running means simply it will run but it won't generate electricity. That is what isolating the mechanically we are isolating. But sometimes what will happen, that output is there due to the fault condition or maybe the over speed, what will happen, more voltage will develop. More voltage which leads to again the frequency. That is a more technical way that you don't need to go in detail. When you are coming to study in detail, you will understand how the short circuit, all those things are happening. So device will total things will get damaged. Whole thing will get burned out. So that is a bigger problem. Even the circuit breaker gets fails. These are the problem. But I don't want to go much detail about that. When you are coming inside the electrical electronics engineering, you'll be able to understand how to protect this kind of wind turbine system from these faulty conditions. So that will come in detail. But you have to understand what are the scopes are there. There are several companies like Suslan. Nowadays in Tamil Nadu itself, if you are looking, there are several company. They are nowadays starting slowly. They are increasing the wind turbine. Reason behind the wind potential availability, Tamil Nadu is a number 2 after Gujarat. So because especially you can take in a near to Coimbatore region, Pollachi and Udumalpet. This region is the Tamil Nadu number 2 in Tamil Nadu. I am talking, right? But in Tamil Nadu, number 1 is Nagarkoil only. In Asia continent itself, if you are looking, and Nagarkoil is the largest power generation we are having because maximum wind velocity we are getting. Reason behind that is a geographical matter. Geographically, you can see the Western Gardens, very well from Maharashtra to starting to reaching to near to that Nagarkoil, that region it is closing, right? That what is called the Western Gardens, right? So in that Western Gardens, there will be a break actually. It is not a continuously hill. People are thinking Western Gardens is starting from there to here and Eastern Gardens are coming from joining in Nilgiri. That is what you studied. But it is not a continuously. One location, there will be a gap actually, huge gap. That location is known as a Palakkad. In Palakkad, if you're looking, that is what every connectivity from the Tamil Nadu border, from other states, rest of the states, directly entering into Kerala only through Palakkad. Why it is Palakkad mean? There will be a huge gap. No need to dig the hill and don't need to put a train and transportation and all. Simply there will be a gap. So what will happen? You just take in a satellite view from the ocean side, when wind is coming at a faster rate, higher wind velocity. But here, if you are looking, that much heavy pressure is coming, but gap is very, very low near to Palakkad compared to other hill station. So now what will happen when it is coming, entering into the gap, and again it is getting evaporating. It's again is like expanding. When it is expanding, what will happen? Huge wind velocity that will started coming up. Other than the, apart from the Palakkad. After Palakkad, if you are coming, taking the Pollachi and Ulmuperi area, the wind velocity keeps on expanding. When such a expansion, what will happen? More wind speed that we are able to get. When you are putting a wind turbine perfect in that location, we are able to generate. That is what every company does. So that is what is happening nowadays. You could see Pollachi and Udumalpet and Gudimangalam and Palladam, this route, if you are looking, maximum wind potentials are there. That is a geographical reason. Because gap, it arises in a Palakkad and Western Gardens, right? Fine. And you see, not only that particular location, everywhere we need to tap. Somehow we have to tap the energy. That is a research happen in electrical electronics field. You just see when vehicles are crossing at any highway, we know very well that definitely every vehicle will go minimum 100 kilometer per hour. When that much higher speed keeps on going in our country, especially too many vehicles are passing 1 minute on an average, more than 100 vehicles are passing. What will happen? You just imagine up and down motion. There will be a huge that free of wind energy that we are getting, that you can tap now. You can put a blades like this. When it is coming, simply it will keeps on rotate. That's it. When opposite route, opposite direction you have to arrange it. When vehicle is coming that direction, that will rotate in another direction. So both combinedly will generate the electricity, will connect to the grid. So like that, there are several research. Nowadays, micro wind turbine and all came. Micro wind turbine, no need to keep a such as larger height. We know very well that in our area itself, we used to get a wind, but not that much. Okay, you can put a small scale wind turbine. Nowadays, that also came as a project. This and all came with only project. After studying the electrical and electronics engineering, you people like you guys, you are seniors, super seniors. So what they brought actually, they as a project, they converted and they commercialized, and when they are presenting, and those knowledge will be enriched to the all over world. And from that outcome, what happened? Everyone started doing the new innovative product to the launch to the market. That is what small scale micro wind turbine. You can put near to your terrace. No need to put a bigger one. Small micro wind turbine yourself you can design. Or markets are available. Some of the new companies are there making. You can put and you can generate the electricity. You can put a battery and yourself you can charge, utilize for your home purpose. So like that also we can do, because everywhere the free of energy is available, that we have to convert, right? So this is the wind energy. And other category, if you're looking at the solar panel, this is the ultimate one. This is stand alone, which means it's a standstill position, no need of any movement actually. Simply when you are placing the solar panel, what will happen? Everyone knows the principle of the solar panel. Even you can Google it, YouTube, you will get a variety of videos. Simply when solar radiation, when it is hitting to the solar panel, what will happen? It generates the electricity. It will generating the electricity. This is standalone, no need of any movement. So it's ultimate one, because we know very well in the whole country, in India only, we are having a maximum energy potential from the solar. Almost 6 lakh megawatt that we can able to generate. Our country demand, Indian requirement is only 4,50,000 megawatt only, but 6 lakh megawatt we can tap only from the solar power plant. So that is the best one. Our government vision is ultimately everywhere based. This is a higher end research actually. If you are coming in a BTech, after completing, if you are interested, go in any MTech oriented or PhD oriented. Most of the people, almost I can frankly say, almost 50 to 60% of people, directly or indirectly, they are working on a renewable energy system. In a renewable, there are two forms are major. One is the solar, other one is the wind energy. So solar energy is a standalone, no need of wind movement. Wind movement, northern side and all, if you're looking, no, north side, there, North India, there won't be that much wind potential. Because South India is ultimate, very good, I agree. But in North India, no, because of the Himalayas, obstacles are there. So very difficult to cover that much wind velocity. So very lesser wind velocity, there we have to go only with a micro wind turbine. That is what if you're taking, Gujarat having a very good potential. Second, Tamil Nadu, then Andhra, Karnataka, everywhere southern side ultimate. But you see North India, there won't be much. Reason behind, because of the Himalayas. That is natural. Okay. But solar power plant, no, everywhere we can keep, because we are getting a perfect solar radiation. You just take other foreign countries, like a Europe country and all, you go. Germany, any France, any country you go. 6 months, you never see able to see the sun. That much winter season and won't be perfect radiation. So they cannot tap much potential. But India can, India and China, so they can generate more electricity. Of course, China, not entire region, certain southern region part only. Northern region part of China also, they are not able to do, right? So that is a geographical location. So now the solar, there are several researchers are there. That what, by looking the solar panel, you could see, able to see what is cell. One is smaller, one is cell, and the combination of cell is called as a module. You can see module, and combination of modules becomes array, that you can see here. Array, I mean, you can see in any cricket stadium also, when they are putting in the terrace top actually, so you're able to see what is cell, what is module, what is array. Not only this one, what our government vision is, they are doing several projects actually. What they done, everywhere solar power plant, they started giving to the agriculture sector. You know very well that agriculture sector in India, whole India, we are giving a free of cost. Free electricity that we are giving a free of cost the agriculture. Of course, we have to give, because they are not getting much profit like any other private limited company or any MNC company like that. They are getting a very lesser outcome only. So because of we have to provide a free of electricity, but free of electricity, if you're looking, almost 2 to 3 lakh crore per year they are spending because of electricity usage. Because generation cost, but payback we are not getting, right? So that was huge investment is happening a free of electricity in India, whole India. So that is what government says. Better we can keep a solar panel, because everywhere they have a land occupation. So better we can give a solar power plant, and from the solar power, let them generate the electricity, and based on that, connect the motor, they can pump, they can supply for the water to all the agriculture land. So that is what right now 80% subsidy government is giving. For example, for making all those setup, almost 1 lakh rupees if it is coming, government is ready to supply 80,000 rupees. Only 20,000 only farmer has to take care. So, and for that also there is a loan actually. They can take a loan with a minimum interest. So like that, government is coming forward to put a solar, because this and all coming from only the recent research. And we people also doing a research actually related to the solar power plant, how effectively the power generations are happening. For example, 24/7 we don't want to supply the water. 3 days, 2 days only we need to supply to the water to the crop field. So now rest of the time power being wasted. So you have to utilize for some other purpose. How effectively we can utilize? What are the sub elements that we can utilize for agriculture sector? So like that smart farming we used to call. So that one of the categories and all nowadays coming. And nowadays IoT also came in this one. Nowadays, slowly it is coming. That is what, like a youngster, like a you people has to come forward, whoever doing a electrical electronics engineering oriented subject, do a research real-time project. As a final year student, not 100% people are doing real-time projects. So some of them doing, some other, like some small software oriented, or maybe whatever the simple automation based they are doing. But this is the right time to focus this kind of smart farming. Agriculture field, we can try to help. I can explain you some more agriculture project based that we are doing. Of course, CIT institution also, they are doing with some electric vehicle. I can come with that also. What are the research scopes are available if you're taking this particular course? I can explain you. This is the IoT. As I want to point it out, I can again go back the previous slide after some time. IoT, this is one of the popular technology. So this is the combination for all department actually. This is a computer science department and EC department, electrical department, EEE department. All three department people are taking much. But final application, if it is coming, no, this will be applicable to two department only. Of course, the software portion that they can do from the computer science. Communication portion that can be taken from the electronics and communication, EC department. But application, if you're taking, no, that is a EEE department or mechanical. Any one of the department only we have to go, right? So, but in a EEE, everything put up together, I can tell you will be able to understand. There are 5 major components in IoT. IoT mean, everything we are controlling with the internet. Because nowadays, the last 1 decade, last 10 years, if you're looking, internet usage among the public is becoming like anything, right? The first one is a thing or device, that is a sensor. Sensor mean you might have heard the word. It sends the signal. I mean, based on the information, for example, temperature sensor, it measures the temperature. So like that, there are several sensors are there. So those sensors we have to connect and through the some processor, and that and all I don't want in detail. The cloud, no. So that is only storing the data. So that is called a computer science oriented department. And the wireless communication, there are Bluetooth, Zigbee, Wi-Fi, EasyWay, and LoRaWAN and all. So these are the wireless communication that will deal with the EC department. But in a EEE department also, we have a certain elective course, like a communication based communication engineering, certain elective courses are there. Even you can take a global elective also from EC department. This particular course only you can read, so you are able to get a knowledge, wide knowledge, and easily you can implement. But nowadays in a YouTube itself, there are several videos are available. Easily you can learn, but you should have a fundamental. At least you should have studied at least first year, second year, you have to complete. The moment you are completing the second year, you'll be strong in a fundamental about the electric and electronics and communication, all those things that will be fundamentally when you become strong. Yourself, you can learn lot of things in the YouTube itself. Yourself, you can do own project. Yourself, you can implement directly. So that is what one of our students, I can give you certain real-time project what my student carried out, right? My student mean in the student background from the full credit goes to only my students, electrical electronics students, right? What they had done actually, they had done for military application, they have just monitored. Monitor mean, for example, in nowadays war about to war going to happen, right? So midnight and all, no, people are just entering and they are settling over here. And when we are asking, no, we are telling last 50 years we are living here only. You people has to go. This is our our area. This belongs to China. Like that, people are fighting. So this is what war going to arise, right? This is the situation right now. So what they done? This is they done last year actually. Unfortunately, I'm thinking these two. But what happened? This one unmanned vehicle. There won't be actually, North India and all, especially in Kashmir and those locations. If you are looking in a Kargil near to that, temperature is very, very low, less than minus 20 degree. 0 degree, the freezing, right? Minus 20 degree, you just imagine. You people cannot stand even. That much sophisticated, clothes and all you have to wear, even you cannot sustain 24 hours, right? Such a location when you are monitoring for the 24/7, you being alert in the border, anybody's this person entry happening or not, very difficult to monitor, right? But unmanned vehicle, small vehicle, you can make like a IoT based that you can operate from here itself in a control center itself. It has a own camera and wireless communication technology. It can detect everything, any unauthorized person is coming or not, based on the GPS location of the particular area. If somebody is entering, for example, longitude and latitude information, based on the information, immediately command will be given to the army center. From the army control center, immediately we can send the people to troubleshoot whatever the issues are happening, and we can take the necessary action. So that kind of way that we can protect ourselves. Prevention is better than cure. Before, after entering, we are fighting. Before entering or before something is going to happen, any unauthorized person entry is happening, or border, because border contains so many kilometers. Everywhere we cannot keep up people to stand and watch, but vehicle can do. That can be controlled with IoT. That is a very good, interesting project that my student done. So this is what a certain coding also very important behind that. Of course, coding that we can learn. There is a certain program, computer programming subject we people are studying. From that we can learn the coding. Suppose if it is not sufficient, plus two intermediate people, all you people are very familiar with like a Python and a C plus and all, right? C. So same simple coding, because nowadays, everyone knows the coding. So no need to, if you want to coding knowledge, no need to go for the computer oriented subjects and all. Simply in YouTube, there are several coding techniques are available. So they developed coding also. So based on that coding, one time if you're implementing, this is what the vehicle that we developed actually. So based on the, like a GPS location from here itself, that we operated with a mobile, not with a control center. Simply with a mobile, but here itself we are operating, vehicle will be somewhere 5 kilometer distance, and camera placing, and we can get camera to be open or closed with the battery also there for generation, everything that Pakka project that they had done. But some more thing also further we can extend. That is what I told them. We have to put a solar panel to get the electricity, not a battery and auxiliary battery, main battery. Those things that they have to do. So that because of the corona pending. But of course, these are the what I'm trying to say here. So these are the ultimate future scope. R&D scopes are available related to this electrical electronics. That is what I would like to discuss. And other thing is, I already told you, smart farming. Nobody people are taking care about the farming. So that is what, as electrical electronics, we have a very huge, because electrical electronics, we know motor is there, pump set is there in any agriculture background, and now communication technology, electronics oriented product. When it is combined, when it is coming with IoT, is ultimate one. That is what we created this. We have filed even a patent also. Patent means maybe many of them plus 2 students may not aware. So that is a product authentication. Without your authentication, none of the person can able to sell that product. So like that, we got an authorized one. This is what the movement are happening. Movement means like a water showering. Already what we are having, drip irrigation system. Drip irrigation, you know very well, right? So everywhere like a hose would be there from that hole and water is coming. This one is the other mechanism. We can for nursery plants and all, we can just shower the water throughout the field. You can see the manual and automatic mode. So keeps on when it is moving, what will happen? Like a rainy effect that we are making. How the rain is occurring. When rain occurs, the crop yield will be better. So like that, we are keeping a 4-pole and only one tube will come. Because of the IoT movement, automatically what will happen? Uniformly like a matrix form. Right? Matrix 3x3 matrix, 10x3, like every area covered. Like that in a matrix pattern, we made a program. What will happen? Such a way our watering showering mechanism will be keeps on moving. Now what will happen? Uniformly you are showering the water to the every corner of the particular field. What will happen? My crops become healthier, and moreover my yield also, agriculture sector yield also more. They will get a more profit. And moreover, I can keep on monitor any insects are there, what about their leaves, whether I have to put any pesticides or not. Whole information I collect from sitting, seeing a mobile itself. That is advanced technology. Nowadays, this also came. You people, for example, they have like a coconut tree, 5 acres or 10 acres or maybe 3 acres. You no need to go on to turn on and all those things. Simply by here, mobile itself, you can just give an alert. Immediately, device will get turned on. Drip irrigation will get turned on. After 2 hours, automatically device will get turned off. No need to be in the particular land itself. You be in somewhere, you do a business or you do some other job also. Put a mobile itself. No need to walk and no need to do anything. Suppose you came for any function. Right, any function you want to attend, no need to go for your agriculture land. It will be taking automatically. 6 o'clock, put a reminder, or maybe just a click here, mobile itself. It will be automatically made. And again, after 2 hours, if you want manual, you can check whether every corner of the particular land, whether water will be supplied or not. You can check with the help of this water showering mechanism, because camera is there. From okay, everything is perfect. You can do your work from there itself. Like the advanced technology and all came. That is what we have tried actually this one. Why I'm telling, there are several research scopes are available, but very, very important thing, you should have a strong fundamental. It's not like that, just like that, simply coming and going, getting a, very well engineering, no, you just take a people. There are several people are there. If people are studying in engineering, especially in Anna University, almost more than 300 engineering colleges are there. They are not studying the engineering. They are coming and going. I never agree. People are telling, hey, come studying the engineering, you never get a job. And I never ever agree. Because people are not studying it properly. You learn a fundamental. What about these students? They learn the fundamentals. I never helped. I don't know even the some of the coding and some of the logic and all what they made. Everything my student only. That is what already I told you. The whole credit goes to my student. Of course, some other project also I'm going to say. Everything, whole credit goes to my student because they learned fundamentals very strong. And moreover, whatever the additional knowledge they learned themselves in a YouTube, they are more attract. They have more interest on the engineering oriented. So that is what they studied much actually. Then they can able to do all those things. Simply you are coming and attending or getting the marks, very good grade, 80%, 90%, going out of that. I studied engineering, I don't have job. And you don't have job because you are not strong in a fundamental. You have not done any very good attractive project. It is not useful for the commercial. And you are, suppose some of them in, I will tell you one more thing. If you studied fundamentals strong and if you learned many things with associated with your professor, and definitely it never leave you, because if you studied perfectly, definitely you will go these company oriented. I can tell you what are the companies are coming, even upcoming growth also I can tell you. Upcoming slides I can explain you. This is what minimum water usage, unusable water flow. That is one of the biggest thing. In agriculture sector, what we can do, for example, 2 days before rain occurred, right? So what do people do? Okay, now only rain happened. Still moisture content is there in the land. Soil content is okay, healthy. Let it be after 3 days, after 4 days, I can import the water. But during that 4 days, what will happen? Rain occurred 3 days, 2 days before. After 4 days, during that one, no, what will happen? Your crop won't be healthy because within the 1.5 days, no, the temperature is going actually somewhat dry condition will occur. So what you can do? Minimum water. But minimum water means how can we adjust the minimum water? But here it is possible. You can adjust by sliding how you are adjusting your volume. Like that in your mobile itself, you can adjust how much water flow. You can adjust the water flow 2 days before rain happened. Okay, this much water flow is sufficient. And moreover, additional informations are available. Here, GPS also we are enabling, which means you can get the information from the cloud data, which means after 2 days, there is a chance for rain. Maybe today evening, there is a chance for rain. May come, may not come, right? I don't want to wait till evening, but I don't want to waste water. Okay, put 10% of water. Let it be 10% of water supplied to the, that is sufficient for till evening. If rain comes, happy. Rain not comes, tomorrow I will start supply the water. So like that, you can adjust the water flow, you can save the water, right? That is the ultimate one. That is what, best advantage, minimum water. There are several things. I don't want to go in detail, only one. And the other category I'm telling, in India, this is the scope again I'm telling. In India, almost our country, in Tamil Nadu, totally 2 lakh crore is the total budget. You see here, almost 1 crore rupees that we are giving to the foreign nation. Only what, simply importing the what? Oil. The outlay of oil that we are, how much we are spending, you see here, 2019 to 20 revised budget, almost 95,000 crore. Almost 1 crore, 1 lakh crore, you can see every year. 1 lakh crore is huge money, yaar. Government is telling, 2 lakh crore we are giving only for all Indian farmers, for, small farmers or, like a small business, small scale business people, they are giving as a loan 2 lakh crore. Array, if you are saving this 1 lakh crore instead of giving to other nations, right? If you are saving 5 years, our Indian economy will rise like anything, and of course our country growth also, dollar rate also will be, we will be not a developing nation. Within a short period will be a developed nation. But we have to stop importing the oil. If you stop import oil more, or what is happening? You see the pollution. Everywhere we need to wear mask. You see, go and see the North India and all. People has to wear mask. And moreover, there is oxygen gun is coming. Oxygen gun is for 50 rupees for small gun. If you want to breathe the perfect pure air in car in your home, they used to turn on while sleeping that the pure oxygen is supplying to your particular room. So you will get a happy sleep, and moreover, you are healthy. So that like that they are doing in Delhi, because metropolis city, too much vehicles are passing there. Too many vehicles, because of that, what will happen? Pollution is too much. Our global warming, as you studied chemistry, physics, chemistry, and global warming, and what about earth temperature, all those things you know very well, right? But leave all those things. This is a bigger problem we are facing. 2 problems that we are facing. India, because of vehicle movement, your pollution is worst scenario. Our health is going down. Second thing, temperature, global warming, rainy effect, that is leave it. That you know very well. Second thing, 1 lakh crore unnecessarily we are spending. What is the solution for that? Of course, solution is there. That is the job of engineers. Electrical, electronics engineer, I can tell you. Electrical car. You bring an electrical car, hybrid electric vehicle. What is happening? This is an electric vehicle. I can tell you somewhat what are the electric vehicles. Of course, in CIT, they are doing a very good project. Even they have collaborated with a certain company, actually, hybrid electric vehicle tie-up with a certain company. They are doing a small project with the electric vehicle. Of course, they got a prize also somewhere in North India, some Calcutta University, somewhere they told actually. They got a prize 3 or 4 students from a EEE department. I think Elil sir is organizing that one. So there are everywhere it is happening. Not only CIT, of course, everywhere happening, but you have to take care of this one. When the electrical electronics engineering course, if you are taking, what will happen? You see, everywhere these kind of motor and of course solar panel also we can put top of that one. So we can tap a few portions of that. Very difficult. Some control complexity is there. Without fundamentally strong, it is not possible. But you learn to properly electrical electronics engineering, definitely you can make your own car. Because our Modi ji vision is what, by 2030, they should not see any conventional vehicle. At least 50% of the electric vehicle has to run in the roadway. That is what our government vision. Government now almost in the FAME technology. You can search in website also. You may get FAME. FAME phase 3 nowadays running. So from that we got a fund also. Government is giving 20,000 crore to build an electric vehicle to implement it and run in every roadway. Let people can run. There are several new companies launching. So because of that, what is happening? There are some lot of research scope and moreover lot of what is called opportunities for the youngster. It is coming who are all interested in the particular domain. You people can go these kind of things also. How to make a own vehicle nowadays? What will happen? Every mechanical workshop will be automobile sector. Very well, right? Every year automobile sector people are sending out of the home because there won't be any much attractive things are coming. People are not taking care about the mechanical operated vehicle, engine based. Simply one word we can say IC engine based vehicle because of the evolution of the electric vehicle. That is, we have to salute this one. Salute and we have to welcome because 1 lakh crore we are going to sell because of this one. Arabian countries simply, like a Dubai and any country, you just take Arabian country. Simply we are giving money. They don't have any resources. Because of this one dinar is 200 rupees, 220 rupees. We people are going there for construction work and we are working like a slaves and they are building like anything construction wise and moreover they are getting a more profit. Why? Every country they are giving 1 lakh. India itself 1 lakh crore. You just imagine every nation they are putting that much money towards them. Simply they are getting. They are digging the oil and simply supplying to other nations. They are getting money. But we people farmer, no, we are not getting that much. And in 130 crore population, we are not able to improve our country status. And moreover, still we are developing country. But when electric vehicles are coming, definitely those Arabian people, I don't think so I'm against those people, but those Arabian people, they're never able to get such a money because simply they are getting without any hard work because of God given nature. But of course, God is given nature here also. Solar power plant has given. Here 6 lakh megawatt that we can able to generate the electricity, supply the electricity and supply to the electric vehicle. Let electric vehicle run without pollution, very lesser temperature. Every time rain will happen. When rain happen, automatically agriculture sector also will develop. India also within developed country. But most of the people has to attract to it. That is what more subsidy also government is giving. But as the electrical electronics, none of the people are concentrating this one. That is a bigger problem actually. Even very, very few people are concentrating on this kind of work. So because you have to, keep a dream when you want to come in electrical electronics oriented. The beginning itself, first year itself, we have to pick a dream. I have to go this direction. I have to learn this kind of fundamental. I have to get a knowledge of the particular faculty. So such a way I can build my career toward this one. Like that, yourself, you have to plan. So that is what this. I can tell you certain parts. Maybe it will be helpful for you guys. So these are the major parts. The first one, engine, you replace. Hybrid electric vehicle. Now battery operated electric vehicle came. First one is not at all record. Battery. This is very, very important. Battery, that is a chemical oriented research. That is a chemical engineering. You no need to bother because chemical engineering means that a lithium ion battery is there. No. So that is the most popular, but bigger problem is, of course, we have more chemical engineer. Problem is lithium ion, that source we don't have actually. Still we are purchasing the lithium ion from the China. But China, no, they are masterpiece. They are brainy fellow. They purchase the lithium ion source and from other nation. They actually South Africa, one location, and moreover near to that South Africa, one more country here, I just forgot the name. They are actually, they occupied certain, they are given a 1 lakh crore loan and they are not able to give interest. So for that, they occupied certain place, they are digging the lithium ions. They identify perfectly Here the lithium ion sources are available. They're given the loan and they're not able to pay. They are digging the contract for 5 years. They are taking the lithium ion chemical and they are supplying to the China, and they are making lithium ion battery. They start selling to all over the country. They are like a brainy, the worst fellows in all other country. So they are doing like that job actually. Even they are only supplying for India also lithium ion battery. Lithium ion batteries are too costly, but that is what America company, they planned actually what, even the Bill Gates also invested $1 billion towards the development of solid state battery, other category of the battery, because battery is a huge factor for the electric vehicle. When battery is coming at cheapest price, of course everybody can make electric vehicle. So that is also they are planning. Anyhow, soon lithium ion battery nowadays price are coming very less compared to last 10 years. If you are looking, price is very less. But soon we are expecting within a 5 years, maximum dead cheap it will come. By the time, meanwhile, when we are developing this one at price, because at price at any electric car, you cannot make less than 5 lakh rupees. But when lithium ion battery, because lithium ion will cost around 2 to 3 lakhs will come. When lithium ion battery price is very less, for say 20,000 rupees, within a 1 lakh rupees, you can make ultimate electric car. So you could see everywhere electric car, every people depend on only triple E engineers. This will happen. The day will come. I can salute. I can, I can dream myself. Definitely it will come one day. You people also, we also can taste our fruit by the time. And the second cat is electric motor. There are a lot of scopes are there. Almost motors are saturated. People are thinking it's not like that. Other form evolution came nowadays. That is a controller. Controller mean, control. No, for example, in mechanical brake, you just cycle, you just apply brake. What will happen? There is a brake, so it will touch the wheel. Immediately, some grip will happen, so that way vehicle will stop. But here in electric vehicle, it's not like that. You have to apply the brake mechanical. There is other form evolution also happen. You know what? When applying the brake, what is happening? For example, cycle, two-wheeler, everyone driven in +2 students. So you know very well. Every cycle and two-wheeler, what you people are doing? When applying the brake, immediately it gets hit. Some people are telling it like a disc brake or like a pedal braking, whatever it is. That is a mechanical braking. Mechanical braking, whenever you are applying the brake, what will happen? Your energy becomes lost. For example, when you are coming at a faster speed, suddenly you apply brake, what will happen now? By the time suddenly vehicle will stop. But if you are not applying the brake, vehicle can run without pedaling in a cycle. You can go some more time without raising the acceleration. Two-wheeler can go some more time. That is called moment of inertia. We used to call without giving any input, without consumption of any power supply. Right? What will happen? Vehicle can move. Right? But when applying the brake, that energy unless we are losing. But what new technology came? No, electronics. That is the ultimate thing. That is called regenerative braking. Regenerative braking means when you are applying the brake also, electricity will be generated. There won't be any mechanical so. Wheel simply will run. Controller, that is, I can say it's a magic. I don't want to explain deep because no certain power electronic converter, AC to DC converter is there, bus converter, how duty cycle, like that and that, you will be confused. That is a magic nowadays you have to think. When you are entering in that field, no, that what is that magic you can understand. Right? Nowadays, I can tell simple magic. Vehicle will run. My controller job is their electronic part. What it will do, applying the brake, power will generate and it will stored back to the battery. That is the beauty. It's a technique is old, but implementing to the two-wheeler and four-wheeler and the car and all, that is a new. That is the ultimate one. Tesla company, they came forward and they are doing ultimate one. It's available in a train itself. I take an electric train. I can tell you while coming in electric train and all. These are the different categories of motor that popularly we are using. DC, brushless. I don't want to go in detail. You just understand motor is very important. So in which there are several motor in maybe in a triple E second year like that we may get this kind of knowledge. What is DC motor? Brushless DC motor is what is PMSM? Every motor application that you are able to understand how the function is happening. Now how to utilize effectively because major portion is motor. For example, in any car you take. Many of them see in a car, right? Open the front door. What will happen when you are opening that one? Full and fully occupied. What? Only what? Engine only. Bigger portions of engine, radiator would be there, and several cable connection. Fully occupied. Right? Even something happened. You just open. You're not able to see what happened. What is the actual problem? But in electric vehicle, you open. There are two luggages. One is the back side, dicky. Front side also dicky. No need of any engine. Whole thing replaced. Almost 50,000 spare parts are moving. Now we open the front door, looking empty. When you are keeping a luggage, front side, back side dicky and front side dicky, you just imagine how could be. That is the electric vehicles going to come. I can tell you. I can show you. Of course, I'll show some slides. You may understand because only Elimarans are given 1.5 hour only. So I have to explain the maximum to my level. And you see this one, electric train. At a faster trains are running in a foreign nation, but in India slowly it is developing. And in India already Japan it came in Chennai to New Delhi. They are planning almost 45 hours it will take actually from Coimbatore to Chennai. If you want to go 45 hours, but when faster trains are coming, these are all bullet trains actually. Bullet train mean this is electric train, same motor. Whatever you people are, I told you several motors, in which one of the popular motor is a 4-to-1. So that 4-to motor only they are using here. 3-phase slip ring induction motor they are using here. That is one category. No need to go in motor and those control parts. You just imagine what are the scopes are there. That is what I like to share here. And how to tap the power from there, right? So what they are doing, they are having a power generation at a faster, almost 500 kilometer per hour. 400 kilometer per hour vehicle can run. But in India, if you're looking, just 30 to 40 is the average kilometer per hour. Very lesser pace because track establishment has to happen. Nowadays things are coming, but in the world market, in a foreign and all, no, that is why Japan they tie up actually. It's soon going to come in a Chennai to New Delhi. Almost 36 to 37 hours happening. Within 12 hours, they are going to start the vehicle. So that is the fastest train. Even we are calling a super fast train, but bullet train they are going to launch actually. That is what they are given the private body. Almost 11 route they have given in Tamil Nadu itself as a private sector. Other routes also they are giving for the private sector. Soon it is going to come. When moment it is coming, you could see at such a fast train, 400 kilometer per hour. So that has to happen only from the motoring mechanism, such a very good converter. And moreover, you could see many of them may traveled in a train, right? So in a train also regenerated brakings are happening. The train when it is coming to the particular stuff, for example, any station you just take Salem Junction, you take. Before coming to Salem Junction, 2 kilometers they will cut off the supply. From 2 kilometers to Salem Junction to reaching, no, there won't be any electricity consumption. Simply due to the moment of force, no, slowly coming and finally it is parking the particular location. That is what happening. Finally, they will apply the mechanical brake, very dead slow condition. By the time little quantity of amount only being wasted. Rest of the time fully utilized. Moreover, that energy will be sent back to the grid. That is called regeneration braking. Grid means the tower line in our tower line in India. So that and all very in depth it will go, but you have to understand there are the control mechanism. This is the electric vehicle, but in a two-wheeler, especially city side and all, what people are telling, no, 30% almost the energy becomes wastage. 30% mean, for example, 20 rupees, 500 rupees, for example, you putting a petrol, right? 30% mean almost 100 to 200 rupees that you can save actually. 150 rupees amount that you can save because of applying the mechanical braking. If you are applying with the electrical braking, for example, regenerated braking, that 150 rupees that you can save. If it is running for a 70 kilometer, you can run 90 kilometer. That is the beauty of the regenerative braking. That is a somewhat technology. There are several projects people are doing. Of course, our students are doing a regenerative braking mechanism, simulating the things with the simulation software, and based on that, they are doing real-time projects and all. So this is the mechanical wheel based. You can see tire and the wheel motor is connected with the gear. That is the first category, outrunner. You can see BLDC in runner. You can see wheel inside itself motor, which means there won't be any loss. This is a conventional one. BLDC outrunner, no gear mechanism, mechanical arrangement is coming. Chain is there. Chain having a loss. This and all belt driven. That and all older technique. That is what maximum mechanical thing we have to remove. Mechanical means losses only. But you see here, first one BLDC inner tire. Inside motor is running, directly running the vehicle tire. What will happen? Simply maximum energy you can tap. There won't be any losses, which means your mileage will be improved. That is the beauty. When you are studying what is BLDC motor, how to operate, that and all you can see later. That and all I don't want to go in deep. Otherwise, you may get, without fundamental, very difficult to understand you guys. Just I'm exploring the things actually. What are the research scope and what are the futures for the triple engineer? This is what one of my student done. In electric vehicle, IoT technology is coming. So this credit goes to my student only, not developed by my student only. So what C has done, same thing. IoT enabled electric vehicle. Electric vehicle, where my vehicle, for example, somebody's stolen my vehicle. So you have to go police complaint. You have to take a track GPS. By meanwhile, they will remove the GPS, get it will go. But this one, then and there, my mobile itself, I can see. Okay, so suppose I'm giving to my friend a vehicle. Okay, how he is driving? He is driving a rash drive or smooth drive. I can see here graphical data. Speed is suddenly rising. Speed is suddenly falling. I can understand. Hey, he is driving somewhat a dangerous one. This much faster he is going, and suddenly he is applying the brake. My vehicle will become damaged. I can see. Next day you don't give. You can see your graph. This much worst scenario you driven. Like that, you can see in mobile itself. Moreover, I am asking my friend, 2 kilometer, I want to go somewhere. He is taking somewhere 5 kilometer, 10 kilometer going. You can see where he told you 2 kilometers. From the GPS mobile itself, you can see where he is going and where he is coming. He can immediately catch it. So not only this one, there are several things. What about my battery capacity? How much kilometer I can drive? Where I can charge? There are several, and how much capacity? That is one of the beauty. For example, 2-3 persons only can sit. No, 2 persons only can sit two-wheeler. 3 persons are when you are going, they are putting a penalty. What will happen? When you are putting a 3-person vehicle, never start. That is the beauty. Which means you no need to bother, no need to put any traffic police and all. Simply you just vehicle 2% let them drive. What will happen? Immediately vehicle never start because load cell we are having, we are connected with that, and like that we are making with the IoT, Internet of Things. Those information we can see in the mobile. There are several things are there. I don't want to go in more detail. You have to understand when electronics parts, when it is coming for this kind of electrical technology, when it is coming a new evolution, it will bring. That is the beauty. So you have to admit, actually, why I'm telling now, you can see last almost 45 minutes, I'm talking more passionate about Triple E. Reason, I love more than anything about this Triple E. Other than my family and my parents, everyone, I love most of the things in electrical electronics. I love the subject. I used to, admire the things when I'm reading. I feel happy. Oh, these things I'm going to learn. These things we are going to make a project like that. Without how when we are taking some delicious food, how we used to feel. More than that, I used to feel this one. We have to love first. Then only you can do more kind of project, more attractive things that we can happen. So that is what we used to do. Of course, you people are interested in Triple E. Please take this kind of portions. And in Tamil Nadu, almost 525 electric buses were launched already. The electric buses, Ashok Leyland, Chennai, 80 buses were launched. Our chief minister has launched recently. It's running. This is what the FAME India I told you. This is Ashok Leyland company, and of course, charging infrastructure also developed in New Delhi. Of course, it is going to come in Tamil Nadu also. Soon it is going to come. But so why it is soon? I'm telling no, because lot of research are there. Lot many project has to be done. Because we have a limited capacity. Because already as I told you, most of the Triple E engineer, they are not studying properly. First of all, they are telling the subject is tough, and moreover, simply they are getting placed in a software company and they are going. So that is why they are taking a software company. It's not like that. Who are all really interested in electrical electronics, there will be a huge hope. You can see after 5 to 6 years, to every department going down, and definitely electrical will be in the top, because there are a lot of research scopes are available. Lot many projects has to be implemented in India, because 1 lakh crore every year that we are spending, that we have to say. I mean, government is spending too much money. More startup companies are coming. Too many vehicles that we have to build. And who will come? Only Triple E engineers only can able to do this charging infrastructure. Charging infrastructure is not a small thing, simply connecting. There are several things are there. We have to take the grid from, and we have to maintain the stability, and moreover, we have to do fast charging. Within half an hour, vehicle has to charge. Within 15 minutes, vehicle has to charge. Where my vehicle can charge, already the petrol pump is fully filled with the other vehicle or not. I have to get the information with IoT. There are several things are there. Because with a limited interest, for example, 60 people are joining, all 30 to 40 people are belongs to computer science oriented, they want to go. 20% people, and some of them going for some other company. Then who will do this kind of project? That is where always demand is there, but none of the people coming forward for Triple E. If you love Triple E, if you love as an electrical electronics engineering oriented stream, please take and you do. If you want to place in a computer science, please go other department. If you're really interested in this kind of scenario, please come here and do effective research, effective work, effective project, learn fundamental. There are several companies. I can list out the company. What are the companies are there? These are the regenerative braking. And these are I can display the companies actually. These are the company. Several companies are there. These are the bigger company I'm talking. There are small scale company that and I have never ever listed out. Even you can take in a Coimbatore itself, 6 companies electric vehicle already, 2-wheeler, 4-wheeler they launched, and e-rickshaw also they are making. Of course, we also making. Chennai Institute of Technology also they are planning. So like that, several electric vehicles are upcoming. Right, this is the right time to focus on work on electric vehicle and solar and IoT. These are the emerging technology in a EEE. If you are taking a EEE, please work on this line. This is what I told you. This is the simple only you can see. Battery we can keep and the motor we can keep, and simply we can take, and the controller part would be there. There won't be any mechanical output, which means I can say you almost 50,000, sorry, 5,000 spare parts are moving almost, right? Any car, minimum car you can take, lower CC also, 5,000 spare parts are moving, mechanical spare parts, which makes losses unnecessarily. But here, less than 50 spare parts are moving because only motor is there and controller is there. Smoothly apply brake, everything, because weight is very, very less. If 4 people are traveling in a car, 6 people can travel because weight is less. Now, engine weight that you can compensate with a human weight. First one. And the second thing, I told you, 2 dicky. You see here, front side. You keep a luggage. Back side, go and keep a luggage. You can sit inside. How many passengers can travel? What about the evolution of this one? This is a Tesla model. This is not developed by ourselves. This is Tesla S model. They are going to launch within 2 years. They already 10 lakh vehicles have been booked in that particular company. Everyone is doing this one. Even in India, if it is capital, what will happen? We people are going for the computer science oriented and developing the software or working for the foreign nation. Who will do this kind of work? Simply they will sell for this one for 10 lakh rupees. But total manufacturing cost will be 1.5 lakh only. But you have to make, there are several new companies are coming. The startup company came. They are doing a very good business over here. You people has to attach with them. When you are making a strong and fundamental, you people can design, or you become an entrepreneur, you can start your own company, and you people can do also, you can launch the many of electric vehicle, you can give within 2 lakh rupees, 3 lakh rupees, more customer will attract. Because suppose, for example, other category, I can tell you one of the beauty, I have not told that one. You know what? If you are charging 2 rupees, it is coming. Minimum 2 to 3 rupees is coming per kilometer. For example, 100 rupees, I am putting a diesel, right? How much kilometer I can travel? Maximum 30 kilometer only I can able to travel. 100 rupees, 30 kilometer. Same 100 rupees, you charge my electric vehicle. You can drive 500 kilometers. That is the beauty. 300 to 500 kilometers, you can drive for 100 rupees. You just imagine what will happen. What about our country development? Transportation is a bigger development. Why I'm telling you, any goods you purchase from a New Delhi, get cheaper, right? Suppose if you want to any material, if it is coming from the North India, they have to supply here, right? With the help of transportation. New Delhi petrol price is lower than the Chennai price. Why? Transportation cost, right? And any goods, when you want to export from there, right? From Apple and all, you just take it. 1 kg apple, how much it is coming? Minimum 150 rupees, 140 rupees it is coming. Why? It is coming from the Simla and Manali and Kullu, those locations. What about my transportation cost? Now, this electric vehicle, 100 rupees, truck and all, 200 rupees is sufficient to import the material from that to here. What will happen? How much actual price? 70 rupees, no? 75 rupees you can sell. With more profit, people make it. Transportation takes more cost, not only Apple and this one I'm telling. Every goods, because of the transportation, huge loss are happening, and unnecessarily because of the transportation. That transportation cost, finally where it is going, we are selling to the, finally we are giving to the Arabian nation. You develop own vehicle. What will happen about our country development? You just think, yes, a EEE engineer. That is what always I say to my student. But of course, what is real thing is happening, most of the people are going there because not much attractive. They are not able to, first thing, you have to understand what is the scope, how the world is going to happen, whatever the impact of the electrical electronics engineer, that you have to understand. The people who knows clarity in that domain, definitely they never go out of that one. I never allow my student to go out of my field. I always ask to touch in this particular domain, do this kind of work. Go IoT field sector, or maybe solar and wind energy or biomass, renewable energy you can go, or you go the electric vehicle technology, anything you can go, be in a electrical electronics engineering. Because you learned 4 years of engineering. You have to do properly, because our India is saying India is the #1 country next to 50 years. That is what saying. Reason why statistics is saying youngsters are more, but youngsters has to utilize properly. If you are going for other nation, working for other nation, not developing our country, who will develop? We have to. But for that, very, very important thing, fundamental has to be strong. First year, second year, very, very important. Whatever the department you take, first year, second year, especially you take electrical electronics, you feel everything, effectively. When you're doing a project that machine is running, when vehicle is running and IoT technology, mobile, everything, communication happen, you feel, no, 10 days, no need to take food. After 10 days, when you're taking food, how you feel? More than that you feel. First of all, you have to love yourself to admit this particular department. Okay. So thanks for listening. With this, I would like to wind up. So thank you. Thanks a lot for you guys for wonderful support, for your passionate listening, and moreover for organizing committee people also for organizing such a wonderful career track event. Very useful for the +2 student. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Can we go for the questioning part, sir?
Yes, you see, why not? I can read myself, I can take it. Don't worry. I will take. In this meeting regarding electronics communication, what is the question? Not in ocean, the speed of the wind is very high. Then how can we place wind turbine there? No. Yeah, very good question. Logeswaran. Yeah, there is a speed limit. For example, 3 to 25, I told you. When wind velocity is above that value is coming, that is called pitch control. Pitch control means what will happen? The blade angle will be little bit tilt towards outer portion, which means what will happen? Some of the wind velocity you can purposely you can leave. So maximum potential that you can tap. So that way they are doing in ocean, not only ocean, everywhere. Wind velocity is more coming, pitch angle control. That mechanically it can move. That is a control mechanism. That is in detail it comes, but it is possible. And during a course in electrical vehicle can help after graduation of 4 years in India. Yes, of course. And how many years electric vehicle will become like mechanical vehicles in India? Definitely it will take almost 2030, because major problem we are facing is lithium ion battery. Already I told you, it's soon lithium ion battery going come, other form has to come solid state battery. Within a 10 to 20 years, you can see minimum 70% you can see. But government vision is 2030, 50% vehicle has to be nullified with the electric vehicle. That is what their vision. Placement opportunities for EEE engines more on India or abroad. Everywhere it is there, EEE. But unfortunately, none of the people are coming towards the EEE. EEE means a tough department like that people are feeling, and moreover, they are not studying in very interest. They are going, software companies are there, simply they are going for the software. Of course, there are several opportunities are there in India and abroad also for EEE. Both locations are there. Any other question from your side, madam? Anything that you want to point it out? Elimaran sir?
Sir, thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your fabulous session, sir.
Sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, thank you.
I request you to close the browser or the tab, sir, not to end the live color live button, sir.
No, I didn't stop screening, na?
Sharing the screen, sir.
Still it is sharing. What I need to do? I don't understand.
No, sir.
I done my
You
part.
need to close the browser or the tabs, sir. You need to close the browser or the tab, sir, not to end the red color live button, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you, sir. And dear participants, today we have alumni of CIT, Miss Kedari Gauri, today with us in the session. Miss Kedari Gauri, experienced infrastructure engineer and software developer. She is currently working for content delivery network domain. She is well skilled in backend technologies like Python, Java, SQL, and front-end technologies like Angular framework, JavaScript, CSS, and also certified for ITIL practitioner. She is an Anna University rank holder who secured 16th rank among many engineers. We welcome you, Ms. Kedari Gauri.
Hi. So thanks for giving me this opportunity to talk about electronics. So, like I joined CIT in 2013. I'm from South Asian background. So I'm from electronics.
Sorry for the interruption.
Am I audible?
Your voice is so clear, not able. Yeah, now okay.
Yeah, okay. So I joined in electronics and communication department in CIT in 2013. So and I got campus placement in Vodafone and I worked there for 2 years. And now I'm working in data communication. Total experience of 3 years I have right now. And currently I'm working for content delivery network domain. So which is basically edge computing and the application of that is content delivery network. So like the 12 students here, the bright minds, I would like to tell them all the best for their future as well for their career. And thanks CIT for giving this opportunity and taking this initiative to talk about the departments and give them more insights on the departments of engineering. And first of all, I'd like to start like what is engineering and who the engineers are basically. So engineering is basically the application of science, like the laws of science or science and maths, and you will apply these two things, and you will like come up with a product or application which will solve the real-time problems, like the problems which the humankind is facing right now. So we will be solving the real-time problems. It will be a direct application which will hit the customers. And engineers are the people who does this, like practical application and developing new products and new applications for the users. So as Sir Karthikeyan sir spoke about IoT, like IoT is the emerging technology, I would say, in electronics and communication field. So he told that it is a combination of electrical, electronics, computer science, and everything, right? So it is basically hardware, software, and networking combined together. So I'll just tell what is IoT is. It is like Google Smart Home or this Amazon Echo Dot, which is useful in integrating the consumer electronics. So you can just give a command to the Amazon Echo to switch on the light. Like that is happening because of the voice recognition system. So it is voice recognition with noise cancellation, right? It will particularly it will filter out your voice. Like even though the noises are around there, it will particularly filter your voice and it will take the command to trigger the light or anything else, like fan or any electrical and so this is what IoT basically does. Like right now, from the doorbell to the pet feeder or the light, AC, and everything can be integrated with a common application. That is what IoT does. And all the data, as the sir told, it will be stored in cloud, and we can use that for our analytics purpose. So recently, Google and Amazon are working more on the smart home, and the Google Nest product came recently. So these things are coming up. So IoT is a good stream to for electronics and electrical students. And the other technologies for electronics students, I would say, is robotics, space communication, and nano electronics, molecular electronics. These are like emerging technology and wearable electronics. I should not miss that actually. Like wearable electronics is the thing like what Fitbit does to us. It will monitor your heart rate and all those stuff, and it will give that analytics to your mobile application, right? That is what wearable electronics does. So this wearable electronics can be used in medical field as well. Patient can wear some wearable electronics, and if some heart rate or something goes higher beyond the threshold, it will intimate the doctor directly. So he can come and treat the patient. So in medical electronics also is a very good stream for electronic students. Recently, the medical field have many instruments and medical devices are inbuilt with electronic devices, right? So these are like very good streams for scope for ECE students. And as I already told, face recognition, voice recognition systems. And right now, biometrics is based on your fingerprint, right? So in future, 3D biometrics is also possible. So research is going on in that field as well. And yesterday, I thought like yesterday people were talking about artificial intelligence and machine learning. I guess. So in that field as well, electronics plays a major role because artificial intelligence and machine learning core thing is data. Without data, you can't do any AI or ML related projects. Data is very important. So those algorithms will work with proper data. So to give that proper data, we need signal processing to, to cancel all those noise and give only the proper data. We need signal processing as well. So these things and electric vehicles has already told self-driven car, automated cars, connected cars. There is another stream called connected cars. So these things are under research, and as we all know, Elon Musk is doing a great job in this field, like Tesla or renewable energy, and he is also working on the Starlink, the space constellation Starlink project. So all these are like space communication and renewable energy related things. Electronics and communication is also very important. Networking is a basic thing for communication. So, and one more thing I would like to point here is the electronic devices which run these things, like the chips or microprocessors or basic transistors. Those things are based on laws of physics, like our current like laws of science and all those stuff. So it is built with those laws. So, but one more stream is coming up is the quantum computing. So in that quantum computing, that will use the laws of quantum mechanics or quantum physics, I would say. So in that case, if you are like building a quantum computer, so for that the quantum electronic devices are very important, which should follow the laws of quantum physics. So in that case, manufacturing of new electronic devices is also coming up. So which will follow the quantum mechanics thing. And as sir already spoke more about the companies which will offer good jobs, and and I would like to tell more on VLSI control systems and drone technology. So in drone technology also electronics is very good. In like movies also they are saying, and recent times in this Corona lockdown time, people are sending, like government is arranging drones to spray like spray the thing, right? Spray the insecticides and pesticides, right? So that is a very good thing. Like drone can do that without any human intervention. With only one human controlling the drone, we can cover a very huge amount of area which is infected, and we can sanitize it. So drone is also used in farmers, like farming, agriculture as well, to spray pesticides to the farms, and which will be equally sprayed. Like while humans spraying also, it will not be equal, right? But when drones are doing, it will be equal, and quantity, quality, and all. And today's morning news, I saw that augmented reality is used in online education. That is a very good thing. Like technology can be used for like advancements as well and for destruction purpose as well. Like augmented reality and virtual reality, recent times we are using for only entertainment purpose. But today I saw that augmented reality is being used for online education. In this like lockdown time, engaging the students and making them to interest in education is also very important, because like we have many distractions right now in like with mobile or internet, we can do anything we want, but still holding them for education and sitting them for making them to sit for that online class with augmented reality and animation, that works. Like that is very, like that makes the students very interesting, and they'll be engaged, and they'll have that interest to sit and learn, and they'll adapt the like acquire all the knowledge also. If it is the audio or video based or animation based, it will be very helpful instead of like normal or conventional blackboard teaching. So these are the things I would like. So any questions?
Thank you, Ms. Kedari Gauri. Thank you so much for sharing your. Thank you so much for sharing some words with us.
Yeah, and I would like to say, like, add some more points. Like, CIT is doing a very good job in electronics and communication. Recently, I heard like that core placements are also happening for chip manufacturing companies and electronics related companies, core field. That is actually a good thing because when we step out of college and if you're looking for a core job, that is like really competitive. So if you're getting a campus placement from a core industry, that works. That helps us a lot. And in public sector units as well, EC students have a very bright future, like in ISRO, DRDO, or well, like electronic and communication students are very much needed. And in military applications as well. So to secure your data, encrypting, decrypting, those stuff is also handled by EC. These are actually. Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you, Ms. Kedari Gauri. And now we have Ms. Monisha from EEE department here with us in the session to share her experience. Ms. Monisha completed her schooling in Vellore and currently pursuing second year electrical and electronics engineering in Chennai Institute of Technology. She has hosted couple of webinars anchored in her college symposium and has been an active student in presenting COEs. In the second year, she was a panelist member among several industrial people, sharing her views on skill and capability improvement for students in disruptive era. She is a part of CIT dance team and reading and echo club. She holds the position of Vice President CIT Vice, Women in Science and Engineering. We welcome you, Ms. Monisha.
Thank you so much, Swapna, for having us today. It's been a pleasure to be here to sharing my experience being a CITN. Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone is safe and sound. So I will share my experience being a CITN. So for the past 2 years so far. So my transition from being a school student to CITN. So I visited CIT college. I was amazed by the COEs. So I'm, as you know, I'm currently pursuing EEE electrical and electronics. So I visited COEs, that is new energy, solar and wind energy. I got amused by the infrastructure. So then I then joined CIT, and later we had a bridge course. So bridge course is nothing but where the students will get familiar with the CIT surroundings, and the staffs. And for the 2 weeks, you will have some bridge course. And then after a month, I got in first year. So we were getting used to the college surroundings, and then we had so normal classes. And the first day we had a session like where we used to talk with our seniors, and then our staff members. We are getting friendly with our staff members. And so as days passed by, so in the first day we had actually we had thought of the day session. In the morning session, we will have a 5 minutes talk with our class members. You have to speak about some topic, because to improve your communication skills, and then these are the and then academics were going. Later we had so the first good thing about this, you will have your trainings from the first year itself. Trainings from first year, as you are aware. Your trainings will be from third year or fourth year in some other college, but in our college you will have training from the first year, first semester. So we had trainings. So we are as I'm pursuing a EEE, so we had a training on solar and wind. And also, guys, we have a rooftop. So as we are having rooftop, we had like a solar installation. So that was the first time our college was installing solar, and like the solars were installed, and we had a chance to visit the rooftop of our college, seeing how solar panels are installed and how the converters and inverters are being installed. So we had this opportunity to visit, and later we had a training session in where we had some softwares where we used to get to how the solar panels works and how they are installed. And these are the things we learned in a software, not we also learn in like virtually. We also learn, and also we also learn through in real life. So that's how the first semester and got over, and then we had some exams, and all those Anna universities exist. So and then second year we got trainings from Java. So now so also I want to talk about things. So if you are pursuing electrical and electronics engineering, there are three opportunities: get into software, and then you're getting into a code. That is your what I pursue electrical sides. And the third golden opportunity is getting into public sector through GATE exams. So these are the three opportunities which which electrical and electronics engineering is so capable of. And so we had Java training in second semester. So this is how the first year gone, learning new things and also discovering our passion in what field we have to get in. And also the another thing is we had SIDCOS. SIDCOS is nothing but China Institute of Technology, Carnival of Science, where we have to develop some product. We have to develop some some products or some projects where we have to display to college students. So we had this like for 1 week where I was seeing so much project from our seniors as well as from our side. So me and friend developing some miniature projects like battery level indicator, and then I did some IR direction. I mean direction of objects to our IR sensor. So these are things I did in my first year. So this is how my first year is went, and the second year. So and also I want to say this: as you're getting promoted to the next year, your training gets intense. So in the second year, I got some aptitude. So aptitude, now we are having trainings from aptitude in this lockdown also, and also I'm learning some. And also I want to say this: self-learning is the key. Self-learning is the key to everything. Self-learning is a part of your academics and also. So I'm learning so Java as a part of my software curriculum, and also I'm learning Solar Basics in Coursera, and also some of the my passion things, and also I'm learning, and these are the things. And also I want to talk about COEs. So as I told you earlier, CO is the one thing that got me amused to get into our college. So CO is nothing but it's called Center of Excellence. So Center of Excellence is nothing but it's like a learning platform where you get to learn so many skills and knowledge, and these skills will be used to get into placement, to placement in companies and all those things. So for EC and EEE, we have several COEs, and also want to list them. So the first one is New Energy Lab for solar and wind. You may have seen a solar and a wind in separate ways. You have seen a solar panel in some houses, and you may never have seen a wind in your houses. But in a college, we have in Indo, we have both solar and wind hybrid together. Hybrid is nothing but combining two different things, right? So we had solar and hybrid, solar and wind, where it will be combined. The whole system is installed in our college. So if you have after this pandemic gets over, please do visit our college to see all this amazing stuff. And also this New Energy Lab is established by with a college and a university in China, which is Tianjin University. So this is the place where I learned my like I told you earlier, some softwares aligned, some PLCs. So PLCs are like a program logic controller, where you get to I don't want to jump into technical stuffs. So it's a learning thing. It's known as PLC. And also the second thing is we have IoT lab. So this IoT lab is also established in tie-up with our college with QTech and Wabco company. So in this IoT, as our alumni has said, how this IoT works. So we have a lab for this for that, and also for the next we have test and verification solutions, which is for VLSI design. This company is primarily concentrated on ECE and EEE. And also I want to you will be surprised by this, test and verification companies actually inside our college. Yes, you heard me right. It's inside our college. So this company is actually recruiting EC and EEE students in a large number, and also the next CO is for HCL embedded system. HCL embedded system is also primarily concentrates on EC and EEE, which is because embedded system is nothing but like C++ and all those stuffs. So this and then so these are the COE stuffs. And also let me tell you about our placement. So placement, as I told you before, we are trainings from the first year. So now next year I will be in the third year. So my training gets intense. I have to learn software some program languages and stuff. So I'm currently learning that. And also the another thing is we have separate industry oriented trainings. Industry oriented trainings means if you're getting placed in one, there will be so many company recruiting, right? So we are each recruiting placements. For example, you will have a different Accenture placement, HCL placement, IBM placement. So you will have a different trainings from the each and separate companies. So that is also one thing which empathizes on industry oriented trainings. And also these are the stuffs. And then academics. You will be aware, right? So college stands in second position. So academics, it's like a good thing. Like myself, I have above 8 CGPA due to our staffs, and also Edel Maran sir is our current staff. So this is how the things goes. This is my experience in CRT. In college, in school, I was so much a reserved person. I don't get involved into so much of the stuff. But in college, I totally changed. So since Swapna has told me some stuff, and that's how I transited from being a reserved student from being here, being here, being talking with you. So that's how my college life has been. So that's it. Thank you. Thank you, Swapna. Thank you, Edel Maran sir.
Thank you, Ms. Monisha, for sharing your experience in CIT. It was so great. And I thank all the participants who are attending this session. And I think for sure it would build your career and strengthen it. And thank you so much.
Thank you, Ma.